YouTube. Hey y'all. Oh no, we're zoomed all the way in. Okay, we're gonna push it this way to zoom out. Excuse my appearance. It is currently 3 minutes to 1. And y'all, these AI commercials are crazy. It's becoming a little too much. 3 minutes to 1, still, ironically. And yeah, I don't know. There's been this really like heavy nudge to pick you guys up and I don't know, talk, but I don't know what to talk about. So I'm up working on some client stuff, and I figured if it's been nudging, I might as well pick it up and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna try this again. So this content is gonna be a little different than anything else that you'll probably find on my little feed, but I'm about to hide that junk. We're gonna do a revamp. It's giving very much new era. I don't know. So again, excuse my lips. Lips are really, really, really full. They're really swollen. So a few days, in about a week, I'll look more like myself, and my lips won't be like so big. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and introduce myself. I don't know what we're gonna be talking about on this channel, y'all, but I can give you some quick life updates. I am now a full-time entrepreneur. I have been for a year. It has been weird, exciting, stressful, lots of late hours, which don't bother me at all. Revamping the website. We just went live today with the new site. My company's name is Assured Financial Services. We do international tax accounting, outsourced CFO or fractional CFO work, all the things, consulting and advisory, pretty much finance as a service is what we do. So we support the entire back of the house as far as finance, corporate governance, and all of that kind of stuff goes. But I ain't on here to talk about my business per se. I think I might use you guys as like, I don't know, some sort of video diary. I probably need to sleep and come up with something that's a little bit more clean. But I figure I'll just knock the dust off of you guys really quick. Hop in and say hello, scarf on and all. And just say, hey, what's up? I don't know what the format of this will be. I guess we can just figure it out organically together. But it will be a place where the Christian and spiritual girlies can kind of convene in a very safe space while we navigate all the things that is life. Friendships, parenthood, entrepreneurship, business, how God how he fits in all of that. Like, because I'm still, it's not that I'm figuring it out. I'm trying to be obedient. So, I don't know, y'all. It's gonna be real interesting. But I'm gonna pick y'all back up tomorrow. And I don't know. Maybe we'll just discuss the happenings. We shall see. All right, y'all. Sweet dreams. I will see you guys in literally more than a few hours because it's 1 o'clock. I'll probably be closing my laptop at like 3, and I'll probably be back up at like 8. That's 5 hours of sleep. That's plenty. So, yeah. Hi. It's good to see you again. And we'll talk in the morning. Okay, just finished reading. I overread again. So now we hit about 2 days. But anyway, I just got finished washing my face. I need to moisturize and all the things. Brush my teeth. Minty fresh. Lips are still pretty very swollen. You're not supposed to touch your fillers or do anything, but my esthetician told me, like, make sure you, like, you know, you play with your pucker. And then I roll my top lip because I like the little peekaboo hole. Like the Michelle Pfeiffer, Whitney Houston type mouth set. But God ain't blessed me with it. So we're going to try to recreate it as best we can. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. My Botox is kicking in because my 11s are like minimal now. So that's me angry. That's me excited. I still got my little waves, but whatever. Texted my sister now, Sharice, and just got finished doing like my Bible recap and all the things. So yeah, it was good. It was really, really good. I read Exodus 7 through 9 was today's readings, but I read it through 12, stopped at chapter 11. So that was actually all of tomorrow's, or all of today's Wednesday. We're a day ahead. So I technically did Thursday, so I did all the Fridays. The cool thing about the Bible app, or the Bible recap in the Bible app, is that they have a place for like devotional, and it's Tara, I think her name is Tara Lee Cobble. She goes through like what she calls the God take, which is super cool because even though I understand God is all merciful and all grace, like, baby, you read this Old Testament, you be like, but why, Lord? You so, like, Lord, you got to kill the people. You got to do all the things. And then when you read certain passages, like, the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. It's like, I get your will be done, right? But as a mere sinful human, don't harden my heart, please. And you have to constantly be reminded, but you are his people. Being God's chosen is about acceptance of him and Jesus Christ if you're a Christian, right? So there's that. So we are his chosen people. However, so certain things won't happen per se like they did in pre-Christ biblical era, but to God be the glory, and may his will be done. And if he has to use you as an example to whatever, you'll be blessed. You just can't let your faith waver. So all that to say, the word was really great. I started my things. I started washing my face and brushing my teeth. I'm not working out this month because I lost my first contract, and this has been one of the things that I felt like God had been pulling me towards for a minute. Not that contract. That was purely grace, because I got laid off last March. My first retainer client was my ex-employer. So they were paying me pretty much more to do significantly less. But I knew that it was limited. I knew that it was limited because the kind of work that I had to do, I didn't enjoy doing. And literally one day I felt in my soul like, I do not feel like doing this work, God. What is wrong with me? Why do I feel like this? And literally 2 to 3 weeks later is when, which was yesterday, is when I got the, not official notice, it's unofficial notice because upper management doesn't really know how closely knit I am with, of course, my junior, like she was my junior accountant. Like that's my boo, that's my girl. With our accounting team and with our special programs, or with their, I keep saying ours, I'm so possessive, with their special programs vice president. So we're very close and very tight knit. We work extremely well together. So, but after she gave me that news on Tuesday, because today is Thursday, I've been kind of off spiritually, but not in a fearful way. My concern was, God, did my complaining, is that what brought this about? I always knew it was temporary in my heart. I always knew that. Because the owner hates me, like the new owner, that guy. I don't know if it's because I'm a black woman and everything that he does is very Trumpian. And even though he's Iranian, which is wild, maybe it ain't that wild to think of, honestly, like if you think about it. But I don't really know if it's because I'm a black woman. Ladies, black people out there, let me know if I'm tripping. For some reason, I don't like to automatically default to racism. Reason being is it dilutes the effectiveness of that word, right? Because to be a racist is deplorable. It literally just points to an abundance of folly and ignorance. However, if I call you a racist, I want to say it seethingly and undeniably. So I like to go all the way around the rabbit trail, right? So my thing is, no, you're just an idiot, or you're, you know, and to me, I don't think it's racism. Honestly speaking, I'm not shocked if it is, because duh, but very much a probability. And let's not forget, it was 300,000 of women that look like me, who are qualified as hell and probably overqualified than most of their managers in their position, but still being paid far less and doing 2 to 3 times more work. We were under siege last year once this orange Bama took office, right? So I think I was just like one of the 300,000. I was like 300,000 plus one in GovCon, right? Because I'm in government contracting. So not the government, but government adjacent. And so I'm far from shocked if that is the case. But I like to think more or less that it has very little to do with my race, and the fact that I'm a very good accountant and I'm very truthful and I'm upfront and I don't BS. Like, I'm gonna tell you straight from the hip, like I shoot straight. I'm not about to sit here and water nothing down and dilute anything. I want you to make very good decisions. I want you to execute flawlessly. And the only way you can do that, truthfully, is through true and honest data. Crap in, crap out. That's the saying, right? So, yeah. Anywho, where was I with this? Oh, got laid off in March. They became my first retained client, right? I was getting some work from my old CFO who started his own business, but because I'm an international tax accountant, so he threw me a couple of bones last year. We have an actual formal agreement this year, so I'm looking to make a lot more money than I did last year with him, but still learn under his tutelage. So everything by design. That man has been great to me. So yeah, anyway, they became my first retained client. They've been occupying a lot of my time. I'm not gonna hold you, because it's a lot to do. And then the end of the year is here, so it's like, okay, we gotta do year end. We gotta get ready for the tax prep. We gotta do all of our audits. We gotta get this aligned. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. We gotta do the third. And this is Colleen calling me back. I'm gonna talk to y'all for a hot second, then I'm gonna hop off because I gotta actually talk to her about something. So, what happened? So she called me yesterday and was like, I'm thinking that they want to go with another person. And I'm like, well, of course, because we already knew that was a probability. Not even a possibility, but a probability. Because the man literally does not like me. He has said to one of his IT, like the chief of IT there, like, we got to find a way to get Sade out of here. My company is Assured Financial Services, but he never refers to my company by my company's name. He refers to it as me because I'm the one doing the work. So ain't no shade, but so the IT, the chief of IT went the hell off. He was like, for what? Like, why would you want to get rid of her? Everything is happening as it should finally. We have insight. We have data. Things are happening timely. No one's complained about her. She's helped across several departments because she has the historical knowledge. What the hell is wrong with you? Like, he pretty much went off on him. And Jake is a Gemini. Did I mean to drop that man's name? He is a Gemini. And he is just I love Jake. That's my guy. But so I had to let him know, like, please don't defend me no more, because you're gonna end up losing your job because that man hates me that much. He was like, oh no, I'll sue him. And I was like, good for you, because I'm just not the litigious type. Black people need to be more litigious like that. Like, we need to think about lawsuits, because quite frankly, I could have sued the brakes off that man, but I knew it was time for me to get off the pot a long time ago, because the same way I felt when I woke up 2 weeks ago, like, I do not like this. However, I needed a new roof. My car was in like disrepair, like it was time to get like so much done with it. And God gave me provisions. That is why they were my first retainer clients. It was to knock out those things, and I know that. So I'm not saddened by the loss, but I do want to make sure that no matter what, I do good work, that my name and my business is reputable. And is it reputable? No, reputable. Does it matter? Ooh, I got to. Anywho, I'm hungry. I need to drink some more water and eat, take my vitamins. But I want to make sure that everything I do is above reproach. And, you know, just passes the smell test and is just decadent and delicious and yummy. Because that is what my company delivers. We deliver a luxe experience through finance as a service. So I want to make sure I tie this out really, really well. I'll get my official notice on the 15th of February because I required a 15-day notice of termination, which is fine. Then I'll send them my final invoice, and that's it. We'll be done. Come 28th February, I'm done with the company. So, but I was hardened by it a little bit. Not hardened, just, and not even dismayed. I just wanted to make sure that God was not angry with me for feeling the way that I'm feeling. A part of me feels like through his grace, he understands that my complaint was not out of ungratefulness, but just out of it not providing satisfaction. And I think he allowed me to feel that so that I understand, like, okay, so this is what you don't want to do in your business. Because again, my business is a very baby business. So literally just relaunched the website at shorefinancials.com. Go check it out. To speak more about what it is that the company does do. Because the original website didn't speak to the work that I want to do. But I didn't know that when I was writing the website 5 years ago. But now that I'm actually in it full time, it's like, no, this is what I do. And this is what I'm good at. And this is my target market. And this is blah, 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 blah. Like, things are just coming together better. So now I got the new site. I have total control over it, so I can update it as often as I need to. Thank God it's not WordPress no more, because baby, that site is like reading hieroglyphics, and it's like I barely read English well. Like, what are we talking about here? So there's that. But for the last 2 days, well, yesterday I had several appointments. I had to meet with my marketing team, and then I had to go and get my lips and my tox, because let me tell you something. Everything had needed to be touched up this time last year, and I said, no, we're going to lock in and we're going to get this business popping. I've been doing good. I've been diligent. I haven't been spending my money too frivolously. I haven't, I've been very dutiful, and I feel like I've been a decent steward. I could have been a better steward, but I've been a good steward of what God has provided me. So we're here. And I need to call Colleen back. So I'm gonna put y'all down there and pick her back up, because she gave me that news on Tuesday. I totally checked out. And then I went to Bible study that night. Then I went out to dinner with my sis after. And by the time I got home, I just didn't have it in me. So I did the marketing work that I needed to do to prepare for the meeting that I had yesterday. Again, that was Tuesday night was Bible study. Wednesday night was yesterday. And I woke up, went to my appointment, pin cushioned myself, and then came home, hopped immediately on my marketing call, and then spent the rest of the afternoon kind of working on that, and then some small deliverables for the company that is about to go away, or for the contract that's ending. So I need to call the junior accountant back and just let her know, like, hey, I've been checked out for the last 2 days. I apologize. And even though she probably can't tell from the work output that I'm providing, I know her. And I know that she's taking this hard too. So it is unjust of me and unfair of me to also pull back when I know that she needs me more. So I'm just gonna call, let her know exactly what's happening, because vulnerability is a weak point for me. My friends, they think that I'm a good sounding board. They think that I'm strong and that I have it all together. And then people who have been under me in leadership, like when I'm in a leadership role, they always think that I have the answers and that I'm very business savvy and articulate and able to get things done. And it's through the grace of God, because I'm really not that organized. I have ADHD real fucking bad. I'm working on my cousin real freaking bad. I have scatterbrain like this, nobody's business. I'm studying for tests. I'm trying to get my son to keep his grades together. I'm trying to keep my daughter from falling apart her first year of college. I don't have no answers. It's only through the grace of God that I am as decently put together as I am, right? And anyone who knows me on an intimate level already knows that, but they still don't be knowing just how much grace that really requires. So I'm gonna call her and just let her know where my head and my heart is. I'm gonna apologize for being a little avoidant for the last day and a half and not being as productive as I personally would like to be. Again, she probably is not aware of my lack of productivity, because I do good work. But yeah, I just wanted to drop this here. Again, y'all gonna be my diary until God gives me a better direction for this platform. I don't know what else to do. So I'm just gonna rap to y'all like y'all here. We back. Oh, it only got like a little bit of battery left. See, look at that. Anyway, touched base with the junior accountant, or I guess she's now the regular accountant at the company where I'm losing the contract or whatever, just to fall on the sword. And y'all, she started crying. And I had to get myself together too, because I was like, no, I didn't tell you all of this for you to cry. I pretty much just told her, like, hey, listen, I have been pretty much like blah after the news, even though I am okay. I just, I felt a little bad, only because I want to make sure that AFS is living up to what its mission is, and that is to give everybody a very luxe experience. Like, where did I fall short? Did you ever feel not supported? And I had to tell her, like, and I need you to be frank, because this is going to determine how I move forward with other clients in the future. Everything is a learning experience. I won't take any of it personally. You will still be my girl. And yeah. And she said, she was like, no, Sade. She was like, okay, well, let me think. She's like, even if I were reaching, literally, I don't have anything. She was like, I always felt supported. You always showed up. You were responsive. I was able to give you things and trust that they would get done, and they did get done. And, and she got really, really sad. And I was like, no, don't be sad, because whoever they bring in, you got to reframe it. Like, I think that they will be able to support you. And if not, you just hold their feet to the fire and you let them know, like, hey, you guys made another bad call, and don't even put me in it anymore. At this point, you just need to have them release control from you so that you can make the decisions for your department. And if because they're too far removed from accounting and finance, they need to back off and let you find a company that you can outsource to, that you can vet, that, makes you feel like they are competent. And I said, but that's okay, my battery died. Anywho, where was I? Oh, so I just let her know, like, hey, just make sure that, they're allowing you to take control of your department. So anywho, I feel better anyway, about the departure. I gave her like my exit strategy and how I would hand everything off. So that way she's empowered, but also I'm not doing anything outside of this month's close. I'm done effective, whenever y'all deliver that notice. So, yeah, so that's that on that. And I knocked out one of the biggest deliverables, which was like the testing for her, for the new system that they're kicking. Well, it's just an updated version of Cost Point, so whatever. But yeah, busy morning and early afternoon. So I still have a couple of things I need to get done for her. And I still need to wrap up. I got to touch base with one of the CPAs that I do some international tax work for, one of the firms that I work for. So I'm going to do that. He's actually one of them. He's the only other firm that I'm working for. I only had the two things, his firm and tax returns, and then them for like recurring monthly revenue, which is going away. So it's time to get my marketing on. I'll pick you guys back up in a little bit. I'm going to go and I've been drinking my water, keeping my lips moisturized so that the swelling can go down faster. But yeah, I'm gonna drink the rest of my water, and then I gotta answer a couple of emails, and then I'm gonna pivot into something else, probably taxes. I'll probably hop on some tax returns, and then spend the rest of my evening doing marketing stuff in preparation for next Tuesday's meeting. So I will touch base with you guys and gals in a little bit.